Hi, very good afternoon to very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you once again for joining us here today on our lunchtime webinar titled Access High Quality Trade Signals with our free trading tools on Phillip MT5. So my name is Junkit and I'm a strategist at Phillip Nova. Okay, so before we start this session, it is very important for us to go through a disclaimer here. So whatever that we will be going through today is a purely for educational purposes only. The aim of today's session is to introduce to you some of these free trading tools that we have on our platform that could really potentially improve your trading experience with us. Okay, and it does not constitute any financial advice because we do not take into consideration your personal risk appetite, financial situation, and also investment objectives. So we do hope that you can learn something from today's session, and let's dive right into to the outline of today's session. Okay, so first of all, we will be doing an introduction to all these trading tools that we have. So mainly we have two trading tools provider. They are Trading Central and Acuity Signal Center. Okay, so these are the two main providers that we'll be talking today. And secondly, we would go through a very simple guide on downloading these plugins onto your platform. So a bit of spoiler up here, it is a very short segment because the download process is pretty easy. Okay, so in a few simple steps, you'll be able to get the tool up and running. Okay, and thirdly, we would go through how to launch these tools as well as how to navigate these tools around your trading platform. Okay, and then next up, we would also demonstrate to you how you can trade on some free trade signals. So these signals are provided by Acuity Signal Center, and they are all regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority. Okay, so this step is also very simple. Okay, next up, we would introduce to you a feature on our platform. It is called the Trading Central Economic Insight, where you'll be able to discover some new ways to monitor and act on economic events. Okay, and then we would also demonstrate to you how you can easily identify support and resistance levels easily with the Trading Central Analyst View function. Okay, and at the very last of this session, we would also share with you an exciting promotion that you have ongoing from next month onwards. So we do hope that while you listen to our sharing, you would wait for this promotion that will be revealed at the end of this session. Okay, so in the meantime, throughout this session, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the questions box. Okay, so towards the end, I'll be taking a look at this question box and to answer as many questions as I can. Okay. So introducing the first trading tool that we have, it is called Signal Center by Acuity. So it is actually a plugin-based MT5 trading tool that generates trading ideas using a combination of AI as well as human-led analysis. So in essence, what it aims to do is that it aims to simplify the decision-making process for you before you place a trade. Okay, so this tool, they combine experienced human-led analysis with powerful AI technology to conduct some deep analysis on the markets, while drawing on the professional trading expertise to deliver to you some transparent trade ideas that would support either very new beginners or also some seasoned traders. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, these signals that are pumped out from this provider, they are all authorized and regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority. Okay, so at this point, I just want to share, many of us who are just starting out to trade or have been trading for some time. We sometimes come across some Telegram group or Facebook groups that promises some trade ideas. So out of all that, we really do not know which ones are the regulated ones, which one are the reliable ones. So if you're looking for a place where they pump out all these regulated trade signals, so this is the place where you can take a look at. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going through all the basic introduction. So these are just the introduction. In the next segment, I would actually dive into these tools to show you how to actually use them and play around with it. Okay, so the three main features that we think is really interesting about this tool is firstly, it gives you some really clear call to action. Okay, so each trade idea that they give out, right, it actually consists of some clear target levels, confidence ratings, as well as they would provide some continuous updates to these trade ideas. Okay, and secondly, all these trade ideas, they are also very transparent. They are generated by a team of technical analysts, and they will be accompanied by some strategies behind them. So instead of telling you, or you can go in, buy at this level, set profit, take profit, and stop loss at this level, they would also give you a few liners of the rationale or the strategy behind the trade idea that they are giving. So aside from just following the trade idea, I mean, for those who are just starting out trying to learn about forex trading, this is also a good place for you to look at how the professional actually think, what the thought process is like, and then you can choose to follow the trade, or you can just look at the strategies and to learn something from it. Okay, and then thirdly, it is the performance monitoring function of these signals that they give out. Okay, so the performance of each signal, they are actually monitored and translated into confidence rating of each new signal. And then for every signal that they give out, you are able to look back in retrospect to see, so which are the trade signals that actually triggered and made a profit, made a loss, or they simply expired. So every trade idea will be accounted for. You'll be able to look back and to see how did they perform. Okay, and then the next trading tool that we want to share is Trading Central Economic Insight. So the ones that I covered just now, they are provided by this provider called Signal Center or Acuity Signal Center. So the few tools that I'm about to share now, they are under Trading Central. Okay, so the first tool that we have here, the Economic Insight, basically it is a much enhanced version of your traditional economic calendar. Okay, it would enable you to monitor, anticipate, and act on market-moving economic events. So they basically provide some actionable real-time data on powerful impact and volatility analysis tools that would help you to see how all these economic events are actually impacting the forex pairs. So by the impact, you are able to assess based on a few metrics. So you are able to see how prices react after these events for the past few releases. Okay, what are the volatility like, and all that stuff. So all these I'll be diving in deeper in the demonstration portion later. Okay, so the next one, it is another function under Trading Central. It is called the Trading Central Market Bus. Okay, so in essence, this Trading Central Market Bus, it is a news aggregator. Okay, so for traders who are looking, maybe you're trading share CFD or indices CFD, so these are at times affected by the actual fundamental drivers, like the news, the earnings release. So this market bus, it aims to consolidate for you what are the related news or publications currently that's related to a particular stock. Okay, and at the same time, you are also able to see at a glance which are the stocks or which are the assets that are currently buzzing on the market. So they would measure this buzz by the number of publicity that's online. So that means that if there are more people talking about it at the current moment, there will be more publications. So there's a higher chance for there to be high volatility, and there are chances for you to place a trade and to take a view on the market. Okay, so the next tool that we have here, it is Trading Central Technical Views, or it is also known as the Analyst View. So it is a proprietary pattern recognition that is constantly monitoring the market, to offer you with some actionable trading plans based on their award-winning methodologies. Okay, so the TC's global team of expert market technicians, they are always present, to validate all the analytical output to ensure that only the best analysis is published to your platform. Okay, so for investors who are looking for the next trade idea, technical, this Trading Central Technical Views would provide you with some immediate support levels or resistance levels for you to take reference to. Okay, so that is for people who are very busy, don't have time to do their own analysis. This tool would be able to very easily point out to you, just like the screenshot here, what are the resistance level, what are the support levels, and also what is the bias like. So according to this screenshot, you can say that the trading central preference would be to decline. So you know that the bias from the analyst point of view is more bearish, okay? And along with that, you can also see a few lines of short commentary based on the technical movements of these prices, okay? And accompanying that, you can also see when this commentary they were released, so you know that if you're looking at the latest commentary, okay? So for those of you who are doing your own technical analysis, you've been in the market for very long, you know what you're doing. This would also serve as a good professional second opinion for you. Okay, so this is not only for new traders, for seasoned traders, you can also always use this as a second opinion to your own levels that you have drawn up. Okay, so for the next segment, I would be going through how you can easily download this platform, or sorry, download this tool that we have. So let me hop on to my Google Chrome. Hold on, I'm trying to toggle to my window. Okay, so I believe you guys are currently seeing my browser. So if you'd like to download this platform very easily, go to our website, phillipnova.com.sg. Okay, once you're at the main page, you are to navigate to platform. Okay, up here, platform, then move on to Phillip MetaTrader 5 suite, click onto it. So this would be the page where you will receive all the information about this our MT5 training platform. Okay, some key features of this platform. If you scroll down further, you'll be able to find more information about these interesting trading tools that we have. So the first one you will see is trading central indicators. Okay, a brief introduction about this, a good recap, some of the features here. Okay, so to download this trading tools, very simply, you can just click on this button here. Okay, so once you click on the button, it would come to your download tab. Okay, so within a few simple clicks, and then after that, you restart your terminal, restart your MT5 terminal, your tool will be up and running already. Okay, so next up, you can also see more information about this market bus. Same, you click on this button. So by the way, all the tools that are under Trading Central, they are only one files to download. So if you look at this file here and this file here, they're actually the same lah. Okay, so the next one I want to share more about is this Signal Center. And by the way, Signal Center by Acuity is a tool that we have just onboarded this year. Okay, so we believe that this tool is actually a really helpful addition to our traders, to our clients. So we are very keen on sharing more of this to you. So if you want to learn more about how to download, very simply also, you click on this button here. It will guide you to this user page, this user guide. Okay, so first of all, when you are downloading all these trading tools, you must make sure that you're connected to the right server. Okay, so you know that you're connected to the right server or not. You can look at the bottom right corner. When it is green or you see something running, that means that you're connected to the server. Because all these trading tools, no sorry, MT5, there are many brokers out there who are offering, but not all MT5 brokers offers these trading tools for free. Okay, so let's say in case you're logged onto another broker, you may not be able to access these tools. So if you confirm that you're logged on to our Phillip Nova MT5 server, then you're good to go. Okay, to proceed to the second step, which is to click onto this link to download this tool. Okay, so after you download, you click on the download driver on your download folder. This window will pop up. Okay, very simply, you click next. Okay, after that, it will ask you the destination where you like to download this. Normally, it's by default. You just click install. Okay, and after that, there we go. The tool is already up. It's already downloaded. It says congratulations. You click finish. Then after that, you would have to just restart your Phillip MT5 platform. Okay, so once you restart, you will be able to locate these tools under the navigator panel. Okay. All right, so now let me hop on to my MT5 platform to share a bit more about how you can use this. Okay, so Phillip MT5, an introduction. Phillip MT5 is our platform, zero commission trading platform for Forex, precious metals, as well as various kinds of CFDs. Okay, and for today's sharing session, actually the main objective is to share with you on the trading tools that we have on this platform. Therefore, we will not be covering the basic walkthrough or the basic navigation of MT5. Okay, so if you're interested to learn more about this platform navigation, you can go onto our website. There will be some free videos out there, some simple guide on navigating this panel, on navigating this trading tool, how you can place a trade and all that. But for today's sharing session, the purpose is to share with you the trading tools that we've been talking about. Okay, so after you've downloaded the tools already, you have restarted your platform. So you can find all the trading tools under this navigator panel over here. Okay, navigator panel. So let's go through the first trading tool, which is the Acuity Signal Center. All right. So you want to go under Expert Advisor right here, Expert Advisor. You expand on it. You scroll down. You will be able to see Signal Center Trade Ideas as well as Trading Central. Okay, so these are the two tools that we were talking about. So to launch the Signal Center Trade Idea, very simply, you must first open the chart first, all right? And then you would drag and drop this to the chart, okay? Click OK. And at this point, you want to make sure that your algo trading is enabled, okay, for a very good reason, which you will know why later, okay? So allow that, so make sure that you allow algo trading. After that, you click OK. So at this point, you would see a pop-up, okay? So I believe you are seeing a pop-up on the screen. So I think upon your first launch, right, this EA. So by the way, these are all expert advisors. They come in the form of expert advisors and MT5. Okay, so the first time you launch it, chances are this tool would be embedded in your chart window. Okay, it wouldn't come out as a separate window. So now it is out as a separate window because I have enabled in setting for it to come out in a separate window. Okay, this is easier for me to see lah. So if you prefer it in the chart window, you can always choose this chart window here, and it will appear in the chart window instead of a separate window. Okay, so for ease of demonstration, I would expand this. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Signal Center by Acuity. So each tile or each box that you see here, they are actually an individual trade signal by Signal Center. Okay, so at a glance, you can see that they cover a wide range of asset classes that is offered on MT5. So there are like indices CFD, there are Forex, there are commodities, okay, there are also some share CFD, okay. So some information that you can see at this glance, they include the type of asset they are talking about, the type of trade signal, the direction that they're advocating for. So you're able to see if it's a buy limit or sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, all that. Okay, so you are also able to see the confidence level, target level, okay, entry level and stop level. Okay, so before we dive in deeper into each of these trade ideas, I'd just like to guide you through this overall dashboard first. So this is, I would say, is like the normal thumbnail view. If you like to see it in a different way, there's a different method to view, which is right at the top left corner here. You click on this, you will be seeing the list view. Okay, so this, I would say, personally, my preference, this is a bit easier to see. So you're able to see which market or which symbol, direction, okay, which entry level that they're advocating for, the target level, as in the take profit level, as well as the stop loss level. Okay, so this duration, right, it actually is about how long does this trade signal stand for. So normally intraday is that it would normally be published early in the morning, and by the end of the day, this trade signal would have expired already. Okay, so these intraday are intradays, okay, within the day. And if you look at other other signals, or maybe share CFD. Okay, so you are able to see that they are short term. That means they would range from a few days to a few weeks. So these are some of the more long-term trade signals that they have. Okay, so moving on to the next column, there's this confidence rating. So this confidence rating is only a preference for you. So it is not an absolute metric, or if the confidence level is higher, the chances of it being a profitable is higher. Just that it gives you a bit of extra reference. So what does confidence level entail? It entails the past performance of each of these analysts that they are doing this trade signals, because there are some of them, they are also done by some human analysts. So this confidence rating take into account the historical performance of this analyst, okay, as well as also the confirmation of how strong the signal is. So let's say if it's a really formidable, it's a strong head and shoulders pattern and all that stuff, or if it is a very strong support or strong resistance level. So all this would also be taken into consideration in coming up with this confidence level. Okay, so this is just as an extra reference for you. Okay, the last column that we have here is status. So the status, it tells you what kind of order that they are suggesting to you. So you see buy limit, sell limit, all that. So whenever the entry price here, it is hit, okay, so it would turn into a live trade. So you see what I mean by these trade signals, they would receive continuous update. Whenever the entry price is triggered, it will automatically convert into a live trade. So now you know that this trade is already running already. Okay, and if you scroll down further, you are able to see the historical performance of all these trade ideas. So for the trade ideas that the entry price is not triggered before the expiration date or time, it will be deemed expired. Okay, so for those that they are hit, they end up being a loss, they will also tell you that they are closed for a loss. So for those who are closed for a profit, you will also be able to see from here. Okay, you scroll down further. So basically, if you want to see what is the hit rate like, what is the percentage of losses or percentage of profit, you are able to look back here and do some reference lah. But every trade idea here, they are in the form of pending order. So none of it is market order. You click into it, it sits there as a pending order until the entry price is hit. Okay, so looking at the top, you are able to customize this or filter based on a few things. So you can filter them based on confidence level. If you're only looking to trade the signals with a high confidence level, you are able to filter them to see just the top few. Okay, you are also able to filter based on the asset classes. So you can, if you want to look at Forex, you can just choose Forex, and all you'll be looking at is Forex, and same goes to the other asset classes that we have here on MT5. Okay, and you can also look at all the status. You can filter them by the status. Okay, and also for those of you who are more comfortable in Mandarin, our platform here offers the option for you to view this signals in Mandarin. Okay, so you can easily toggle between English and Mandarin. Okay, so now let's dive deeper into each of these trade signals. So to dive in, very simply, you click on it. Okay, so once you click on it, you are able to see the full page of one trade idea. Okay, so it would tell you the current price, or the price where the trade idea is produced, as well as the sentiment. So this would be measured in terms of short-term news sentiment. So from here you see that the sentiment is mostly negative, as indicated by the majority of the red in this circle. Okay, so you can see that the overall sentiment is a bit towards the bearish side. Okay, so then from here you are also able to see the buy limit, which is the pending order that they are advocating for. This is the entry price. Okay, the target price, they have target 1, target 2, as well as the stop price. Okay, so let me direct your attention to the chart right here. Okay, So I would say this is very helpful for, especially for traders who are just starting out. Sometimes we get confused about, what is buy limit, what is buy stop, what is sell limit, what is sell stop. So do I set an entry price above or below market price and all that? So from the graphical depiction here, you are able to see very clearly when it is a buy limit order, you will be submitting a buy order at a price that is lower than the market price. Okay, so you see prices, they are currently up here, right? Prices at the cursor here, prices is currently here. So whenever the price hits this 1.35, it will trigger a buy order. Okay, and then you are looking at a target, target 1.3620, or the target 2, 1.3625. Okay, and you are also able to see the stop loss that they have set here for you. Okay, so all these trade ideas they give out, they do consider risk management in a very major part. Okay, so for all the trade signals that they give out, it will never be more risky than a risk reward of 1 to 3, okay, or 1 to 2. So for every one part of risk that you're taking, you are looking at least 2 part or 3 part of the reward lah. So they take this risk reward ratio into consideration when putting out all these levels for you as well. Okay, so moving on to the right portion here, you are able to see when this trade idea they were published. Okay, so they were published on 28th of October, which is today, 5:16 a.m. UTC +3. So just a reminder that Phillip MT5, the timing, it is not the same as Singapore timing. So basically, Phillip MT5 runs on the timing that is GMT +3. So if you look at the trade signals here, the timing is also matched to the Phillip MT5 timing. Okay, so there wouldn't be a mismatch between the time zones on your trading platform as well as this EA. They are in sync. Okay, so you know when they are published, and you will also know when they will expire. So this is an intraday trade idea. So you see that it will soon expire later today lah, according to this expire date. Okay, so along with the levels, they would also give you some context or strategy behind these trade signals. They will tell you things like, the previous support is located at 1.35. That's why they are setting a buy order at 1.35 level, because it's a support. Okay, and then they will also tell you what's the previous resistance level. Is at 1.36, so that also built the basis on this trade idea that they give out lah. So we are trading within this range. Okay, they also tell you that they expect a reversal in this move. Your risk reward ratio will be poor to call for a buy from current levels and all this. So basically, for each trade idea, the strategies that come with it will be different. So of course, based on different time frame, different chart, the analyst would input different things. Okay, and next up, you are also able to get a glance of next volatility events. So what are next events that could potentially stir some volatility within this price or within this currency pair? Okay, and also some the resistance and support levels here for your reference. Okay, so we have seen all the information here. So how do we actually translate this trade idea into a trade? Okay, so let me point your attention to this blue button here. It is called it is trade now. So if you click on it, you see a trade ticket is populated automatically out here. So by this time, it would have input to you all the key information that you need to put in for an order ticket. Okay, so they would have already dictated what is the symbol, what is the order type, what is the pending order type, okay, pending order, buy limit. They would also input for you the entry price, the stop loss, and then the take profit. Okay, and if this pending order does not get triggered by 28th of October, 11 p.m. GMT +3, then this pending order would be deemed expired. Okay, so at this point, the only decision you have to make is to choose what is the volume that you like to trade. Okay, so at this point, it is put as a 0.01 because this is the minimum tradable volume. And for risk management purposes, they wouldn't want you to accidentally trade 10 lots. So they would just input auto for you 0.01. So from here you are able to choose so depending on your position size, depending on your portfolio size, how much you want to trade. So this would be dependent on you. So after you make sure that all is done, you've input your volume, you can simply click on place a trade. Okay, you are able to see the order was created successfully. Okay, so at this point, in case some of you have also tried out, then you are met with an error where it says that the trade is not able to go through because the algo trading is not enabled, because it may be because you have not enabled the algo trading. Okay, so let me point your attention to here, algo trading. You can see now that it is green, so that means we are enabling algo trading right now. So this would enable the expert advisor, this trading tool, to link back to the MT5 platform. If this is disabled, so let's try it. We disable this algo trading. Okay, and let me try to relaunch that again. So algo trading is now disabled. And when we try to place a trade, you would see that it is not able to go through. So very quickly, okay, if you try to place a trade now, you will see that trade is not allowed. Okay, it would ask you to enable algo trading. So in case you are met with this error message here, just be mindful to enable this algo trading. Okay, so once you enable it, you will have to restart this trading tool to be able to place a trade directly. Okay, so after you've placed a trade through the platform, you would see your pending order appear below here. Okay, so this is your toolbox panel. Under trade, you are able to see your dollar cap position. It tells you the volume, the price, the stop loss, take profit, and all that. It is placed here. So it would sit here until first, if it expires, okay, it would disappear, or the entry price gets triggered, then it would move above to become a live trade. Okay, so that is the walkthrough of the signal center trading tool. Okay, so right now I'd like to move on to the next tool that we have, which is the Trading Central. Okay, so similarly, if you want to move on to launch Trading Central, just drag here and drop to your charts. Click OK, click OK as well. Okay, it would pop up as a separate window. Okay, so for today's sharing, we'll be focusing on the second tab right here. The top right, my cursor is at the top, top left, the economic insight as well as the TC market bus. Okay, so Trading Central Economic Insight. Once again, a very interesting tool. So if you are trading on economic events, okay, so this would provide you a lot more insights than your regular economic lender. Okay, so first of all, you are able to filter the economic events. So looking at the slider here, the first option here would be you're looking at the recent event as well as the next events. Okay, if you move the slider towards the right, you are able to filter the events just based on today. Today, what are the events that are happening? So from here you see, oh, the important events that we have upcoming. These are the two ones coming out from the US. Okay, and right now you are looking at just two events. It is because we have only selected certain countries to display. Okay, we'll come to that later. Okay, so you can see today, if you move on, tomorrow, okay, this week, next week, this month, next month. Okay, so you are able to play around with the slider to see ahead what are the events that are happening. Okay, if you're looking at specific date or specific month, you can just straight away use this calendar here, or you can click on this random date. Okay, then it will be custom. You're looking at only this date. You know what's happening here. Okay, so let's go back to recent and next. So after this sorting the date, right, you are also able to sort them based on the importance level. So if you want to look at all low, medium, and high importance level, you are able to do that. But what I've selected here is only the events of high importance level. Okay, high importance level. I've also checked out the holidays and economic events, so I'll be viewing all this as well. So from here, you are seeing a filter of all the countries. So let's say if you're trading the majors, so likely you'll be viewing the G7 nations, so the United States, the EU area, and all that. Okay, so the G7. Okay, so if you click the G7, the G7 countries will appear. Okay, the EU would also appear. Okay, so depending if you're looking at China data, you can feel free to go and check out the China. So it really depends on what you're trading. Okay, so given the filters that we have here, so let's move on to this main panel here. They provide all the information from a traditional or a normal economic calendar. So those are things like the time where the event is happening, the country, the event itself, importance level, the actual data, forecast data, as well as the previous data. Okay, so let's look at so these that are grayed out, they are events that have been that have happened already. So the latest one that just happened, we see that the BOJ interest rate decision, they have decided to keep it unchanged at minus 0.1%. Okay, so now at a glance, you know what happened already. Okay, so next up, let's look at some data, maybe the US data, so which is more popular. So you see under this data, you are able to see what are the currency pair that it would affect the most. Okay, so in this case, US, you look at euro dollar. Okay, if you move down, if you look at this Japanese data, you can see that it would impact the dollar yen. Okay, so let's zoom in into one of these data. So let's say a personal income. If you click on it, for those of us who are just starting out, you want to learn more about these economic events. Once you click on it, a short write-up would appear automatically. So it tells you exactly what is this data about, okay? And yeah, so basically an introduction of this this economic event, okay? So it doesn't only stop here. We are able to find out more about this if you click on to this event chart here. Okay, so at this point, another window will pop up. So this one, it gives you a very good context or very good view of the past occurrence of these events. So there are two main figures that they are showing to you. First is the actual data, and secondly is the forecast data. So the one in the box, right, it is actually a forecasted value. The hollow yellow box, it's a forecasted value, and then the purple solid box, it is actually the actual data. So you can look back and to see, how many times did the actual data actually come out above or below the forecasted data. You are able to see that in a glance right here. Okay, and then next up, you are also able to look at the price chart, where it tells you how does all this event impact the prices. Okay, so for this example, it is the euro dollar. So of course you are able to look at as well. Okay, so this is euro dollar. So this whenever there's a diamond, so these are all the past event releases. Okay, so you can look at this and maybe to draw your own analysis, or whenever the actual is lower than forecasted, what happened to the prices. And also it also gives you out in this tabulation format to tell you the past results versus their forecasted value. Okay, so the next one also gives you a bit more insights, where it tells you the direction of the prices post after this event releases. So let me point your attention to this panel on the right here. So in conclusion, so based on the chart on the left, so on the right side, they've concluded for you, actually 50% of the past event, personal income, 50% of it actually ended up bullish for the euro dollar. Okay, and the other 50% actually ended up bearish. So I would say this is a pretty mixed in terms of the price movement of the euro dollar. Okay, and it also tells you the average true range after this event. So this would be measured in terms of pips lah. So on average, after 4 hours after this event, the euro dollar actually moved in a range of 63.73 pips. Okay, you are able to play around with it. Can look at maybe 1 hour after the event. Okay, 1 hour after the event, then this analysis here would be slightly different lah. So if you look at 1 hour after this event, 25% they end up bullish, 75% end up bearish. Okay, so this would also, depending on your trading horizon, you're trading the hourly chart or 4-hourly chart. So this would be able to customize to your own trading needs, or your own trading plans. Okay, so after this, you are able to move on to the impact. Okay, so this one, it delves a bit deeper to tell you exactly how did the price move on each of this event. So now we are looking at the personal income that was released on 30th September. So you see right now, look at the euro dollar chart, right? 4 hours after the event. So at this diamond right here, this was the time when the information was released. Okay, and 4 hours later, you can see the price actually rose by 16.3 pips. Okay, so if you want to look just at maybe 1 hour after the event, okay, it will tell you the price movement lah. Okay, of how did it go after each of this event release. All right, so of course, if you want to look at the historical events, it would also help to look at more of the historical events. You can browse to the previous event by clicking the previous event, so you can go as far back as you like, to somehow gauge for yourself a pattern that you may be able to pick up. So some of the reference point that they have put down for you also include the actual versus the forecast data lah. So I would say, instead of digesting all this information on an economic calendar, or maybe going back to the chart and plotting all these historical events yourself, this is like a one-stop tool that tells you what happened past and present of all this economic data and its impact on the prices of the symbols that you are trading. Okay, so we do encourage you to play around with this tool. We think it is a very interesting tool in terms of looking at economic events. So right now, we'd like to move on to the next tool. Sorry, we're still back in the same tab. If you move on to the next tab, right, it is called the Trading Central Market Bus. Sorry, this may have timed out. So what I want to do is that I want to drag and drop again. This would normally take a couple seconds. So once it is out, we want to hop on to TC Market Bus. Okay, so like I said, this is a news aggregator. So after you launched, we have actually put together a customized watch list for Phillip Nova, whereby whatever that you're seeing here, they are all tradable on our platform. Okay, so Market Buzz, as the name suggests, it aims to tell you what are the things or what are the symbols that are currently buzzing out there. So the bigger the bubble here, that means the more publications there are around this symbol at this given time. Okay, so the bigger the bubble, the more buzzing it is. All right, you are able to measure the bubble based on the mentions, or based on the publication volume in the past 24 hours, or in the past 7 day, past 30 day, or past 90 day. So what we are looking here is the number of publication that this crude oil WTI received in the past 24 hours. So you're looking at the news for the past day lah. Okay. So right now, aside from crude oil, because I think this is a really large asset class, so naturally there are a lot of news that are out there. If we look at just the other bigger bubbles, you are able to pick things like the Amazon, Meta, and also Twitter. Okay, so if you've been paying attention to the financial news, you would know why these stocks, they are bigger. Okay, so let's jump into Twitter first. Okay, so if you move into Twitter, it tells you this first box here, overall mentions. You can see that it is absolutely buzzing at 517 publications in the past 24 hours. So this meter here basically tells you how buzzing it is. So being at the top here, it tells you, oh, for the past 24 hours, there are really a lot of news on it. It is really buzzing. Okay, and it would also tell you the sources of all these publications. We can see that 83% of all these mentions online, they are based on news. Okay, and then another 15%, they are from the web, and the remaining 2%, they are from social. Okay, and now you may be wondering, So why is this Twitter so buzzing? Okay, you can look at the most discussed topics here on the left. Okay, so as all of us know, Elon Musk has just completed his acquisition of Twitter. So he has completely successfully bought Twitter over. So the acquisition interest basically is one of the hottest topic there. And after this acquisition, we know that Elon Musk actually sacked the CEO as well as the other top executives. So naturally, you would also see layoff being appeared as the second most talked about topic. Okay, and then subsequently, you can see things like acquisition completed, lawsuit, and price target decrease. So at one glance, you will see, or you would know what's actually happening with this stock. Okay, so if you move on to the right side, so here is basically a aggregation of all the news that are related to Twitter lah. So if you read the titles, they are all related. Okay, so you get, by the way, all these news they are from reliable or reputable sources. So things like, Yahoo, CNN, CBS News. So you are not looking at just random articles, you are looking at actual reliable news sources here. So I would say this is a very good place for you to do your fundamental analysis. If you're just starting your day, trying to look at what's happening around the market, what's happening on stock that you are currently holding position or you want to trade for, this is a place where you can come in to just have a good feel of what's happening. Okay, so maybe hop on to another stock that we have here, Meta. We know that the stock price had been falling very bad, So at one glance, you can also see what happened with Meta. Okay, so earning announcement, people are talking about it. Revenue decrease, earnings decrease, earnings below expectations. So all these things, once again, at one glance, you will already know what's happening with Meta. Okay, so if you would like to dive deeper to read more about the stock, you are able to see all these news articles here. Okay, so this is Market Buzz for you. Next up, I'd like to go back to the platform and demonstrate to you the last trading tool that we have here today. Okay, so I'd like to right click up here to remove all this trading tool. So now I have this clean chart. Never mind, let me draw up a new chart here. So maybe a euro dollar. I drop a new chart here. Okay, so this is a new chart. So remember we were talking about this Trading Central analysis view or technical views. So that is housed in a slightly different location. So under indicators, right? If you expand indicators, you scroll down, you are able to see there's this folder here called Trading Central. Okay, if you expand it, so these are a few tools that we have under Trading Central. So what I want to share with you today is this thing called Analyst View. So similarly, you drag and drop to this chart here, click OK. Ta-da! So for those of you who are just new, you struggle with drawing support or resistance line, this one at one drag and drop, you are able to see what are the support and resistance, that the people out there they are looking at. Okay, so you see that there are support line, resistance line, and overall the preference on a hourly chart. So we are looking at this hourly chart. The preference is actually rise. So the Trading Central, they have a bullish bias on the hourly chart. Okay, so you can look at the rationale or the strategy behind them. It says a rebound. They believe that it will rebound. And it also says long positions above 0.9955 with targets at 1.0010 and 1.0035 in extension. So aside from the upside, they will also tell you what if the price falls below this pivot level, then you'll be looking at this alternate scenario right here. Okay, they will also provide a short comment here. It's called what they call the RSI calls for a rebound. So you also know why they are advocating such a bias here. Okay, similarly, you know the release date here. So it is released today at 12 p.m. So there's a slight distinction between the timing on Trading Central versus the timing on Acuity Signal Center. So this timing here, it is actually written in Singapore time. Okay, so you know that this just got released less than an hour ago. Okay, so do note that here, the pivot point, it is not the normal pivot point that if you Google the pivot point, they will come up with a formula for you. So this is not that kind of pivot point. This is a pivot point computed by Trading Central themselves, taking into consideration many factors, like chart patterns, historical support or resistance, moving averages. So they combine all of these technical indications, and then they put up one pivot level for you. So just note that this is not the ordinary pivot level. Okay, so naturally, these views, they would differ if you look at different time frames. So let's move on to the daily time frame. You see, I have switched it to the daily time frame. So obviously, the levels that they will give you would be different because in different time frames, you're looking at different levels. So you can also look at this level. So based on your trading horizon, you're able to play around with it. So once again, for beginners, this is good for you to just draw some quick inspirations on the support and resistance you can look at. For seasoned traders doing your own TA, drawing your own levels, you can always come here to seek a second opinion on some of these levels that people have already computed out for you. Okay, so I would say this is all the trading tools that we have, the walkthrough. So let me pop back to my slide here. Okay, so let's go through some some FAQs that we have here. Okay, so the FAQ, firstly, is this signal center available on mobile? The trading tool currently, or it is only available on MT5 desktop. So all these trading tools that we have covered just now, you'll be able to access them on your MT5 desktop, but not on your mobile. Okay. So the second FAQ that we get all the time is it difficult or tedious to download the tool plugin? The answer is no. I believe I've demonstrated to you earlier in this session. Just go to our website. The download process is in a few simple steps. Once you restart your terminal, it will be up and running already. Okay, so the third one, do you have to pay for this plugin? The answer is no. So if you're a client of Phillip Nova, all these trading tools, it is available on the platform free of charge. Okay, so the next one, is this tool available on both demo and live accounts? So currently, so this is very similar to the third question that we had just now. All these tools, they are available on all demo and live accounts for free, but currently we are working on making the Acuity Signal Center available for live accounts only. So for those of you who are still trading in demo, in time to come, you may be only seeing some restricted content on this Signal Center because that will be only available for the live accounts. Okay, so lastly, where can I read more about the Acuity Signal Center? So you are able to find out more about that on our website, Phillip Nova website. Go to platform, go to Phillip MT5. You are able to see all the information as well as the download link of these trading tools. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, so this is, first of all, thank you for all of you for staying all the way through here. We hope that you have learned something valuable. So at this point, I'd like to share with you this exciting promotion that we are having. So Phillip Nova, we are happy to have this account opening promotion for you. So we call it Catch the FIFA World Cup Honors. So in essence, you would receive 100 Singapore dollars when you open a trading account with us. After that, you fund a minimum account. Sorry, the conditions. So there are three conditions. So first, you open a trading account. Secondly, you fund in a minimum of 1,000 Sing dollars. And third, you place a trade, on stocks, CFD, forex futures, any trade, okay, of any size. So as long as you fulfill these three criteria, from 1st November to 31st December, you will be entitled to receive 100 Singapore dollars. So 100 Singapore dollars. So we've done our market research. So basically, this 100 Singapore dollars, it would be sufficient for you, to subscribe to a FIFA World Cup. So this can happen soon. So we hope that through this you're able to have an additional $100. Hopefully, if you're a FIFA fan, you can use that extra money to subscribe to the FIFA. And for those of you who are not watching FIFA, the good news is you can still have that in terms of in the form of trading credits, So you are also you can also add that to your trading capital. Okay, so if you scan on this QR code, so basically you may take a picture of this first. I'm sharing this promotion with you in advance because now it is still early. It's still not November yet, but this promotion will start 1st November. So you may take a picture of this first. Okay, later on you scan it on the 1st November. Complete 1, 2, 3 steps, then you are able to receive $100 Singapore dollars. Okay, so you can find out more about this from our website. All right, so in the meantime, let's go through some of these questions that we have. We see a message from Pui May. Okay, play some music at least. So noted. We would take this feedback. I mean, it would be good to have some music to at least let you guys know that we have this session ongoing. Okay. So let me look through the other questions. So UTC. So this is a question regarding the time zone. So just to confirm on Signal Center MT5 platform times UTC plus 3, you say it's Phillip MT5 synchronized. So for your so the Singapore time frame, Singapore is GMT plus 8. Okay, so if you take the time that is displayed on the platform, which is GMT plus 3, so you would take that plus 5 hours. So that would be the Singapore time. Okay, because the platform MT5 and the Acuity Signal Center, they are GMT plus 3, but Singapore, we are GMT plus 8. So if you take the timing that you look at MT5, you just plus 5, you'll be able to get the Singapore timing. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so I see another question. Is this promotion valid for existing customers? No, this is only offered to the new clients that will be joining us from 1st November onwards. Okay. So I see another question regarding the UTC plus 3. So basically, if UTC plus 3, 11 p.m., if you add 5 hours, so that would be in the middle of the night. So I would say that's about 4 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay. So I see that you have a Poems account. So I believe Poems would be under our sister company, Phillip Securities. So if you are interested to trade on Phillip MT5, you will need to open an account under Phillip Nova. So I think at this point, just want to clarify on something. Phillip Nova as a company, we offer two main trading platforms. The first one is the Phillip Nova account, so which is a trading platform for futures and stocks, so cash stocks. So the one that we've been demonstrating today, it is called the Phillip MetaTrader 5, for trading of Forex, CFDs on zero commission. And these tools, they are offered on Phillip MT5. So in order for you to use these tools, you need to open an account under Phillip Nova, and you would have to opt for a Phillip MT5 account to use. Okay. Okay, then I see another question on the time zone. Yes, you are right. GMT plus 3, U plus 5, it would be equivalent to Singapore time. Can Nova account be used in MT5? I assume that your question is if you have a Phillip Nova platform account, you would have to request separately for an MT5 account. So you will be able to do so under a client portal. Okay, so you need an MT5 account to access these tools. Okay, I see that those are all the questions we have here. So a final reminder, on 1st of November onwards, if you're a new client, congratulations, you can scan this QR code, fund in a minimum of $1,000 Sing, place a trade, there's no minimum size, you will be entitled to receive Singapore dollars of 100. All right, so at this point, I'd like to thank you, all of you, for listening and staying throughout this session. I do hope that you have learned something beneficial today, that will hopefully elevate your trading experience with Phillip MT5. Also, just a recap of what we have here, the tools that we have, Trading Central, Acuity Signal Center. So this would be suitable for all kind of traders, be it you're a technical analyst, you're a fundamental analyst. So for technical analyst, you are looking at Trading Central analyst view. Okay, so you're looking at the levels there. If you're a fundamental analyst, you're looking at economic events. You know, you can look at Trading Central Market Bus or Trading Central Economic Insight. So this is if you are doing your own analysis. So what if you are part of the group that, you know, you're busy with your daily activities, you don't have that much time to do your own analysis? What would be helpful for you? It is the Acuity Signal Center we have. Okay, you could conveniently pop up the Acuity Signal Center. The trade ideas, they are all there already for you. You can simply follow the trade ideas with a click of a button. Okay, so I would say we are constantly trying to improve our product offerings for our clients. So going forward, if you're an existing client or you are a new client to us, we do welcome feedback from you time to time to tell us what would be good for your trading, what are the things that you wish to see. We would carefully evaluate them, and we would constantly, you know, try to increase our product offerings. But so far, what we have here, we believe it would be helpful for both beginner traders, seasoned traders, as well as fundamental traders or technical traders. Okay, so I think with that, I do like to thank you all of you for attending this session until now. We do hope that you have a good lunch, and any questions, feel free to message us. And after this session, we will be sending you a follow-up email containing the recording of today's session. So no worries if you missed out any part from this sharing session, you are able to rewatch that in a recording in your follow-up email. Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a great lunch, and we wish that you have a great weekend ahead.